Hey everyone, Kim Levinsky here for the next vlog update of the Tahoe 200 journey. Today is August 8th. It is Sunday and I am less than 30 minutes away from heading out to the airport. So I'm going to keep this update pretty quick and give you the rundown of what's been going on. So this past week was my biggest week of training for all of Tahoe. I got in, I think it was over 80 miles according to Strava, and the elevation gain was like 15,500 feet of climbing. That was over the course of just 4 days. So really packed it in, wanted to try doing some big efforts on tired legs. So this last Sunday and Monday, I got out for 4-hour runs on local trails, tried to hit all the hilly spots at the South Mountain Reservation. And I got in another strength training, I think 1 or 2 strength training workouts. And then Wednesday and Thursday were my really big days. I decided to redo those back-to-back efforts that were the hot mess fail from last time. Appreciate the encouragement from Dina to just get back out there and try it again. And it went phenomenal. It was like the biggest confidence booster. Just mentally having that go super well and do high mileage, high elevation gain was just a really big mental boost. So Wednesday and Thursday got out to Bear Mountain State Park in New York. Wednesday I did my favorite loop ever that there is in New York. It's called the 7 Summits Traverse, and it goes to 7 different mountains all around Bear Mountain State Park. And it's just incredible. It's rugged, it's technical, there's a lot of really great climbs, and there's so many views the entire way. So it's just a really unique trail running experience, a lot of hiking opportunity, and it went really well. And so I decided to go back out there on Thursday to Bear Mountain State Park, and I redid some of those mountains. I hit, I think it was Bear Mountain, I summited twice, and then also went to Popolope and Torn. And that was really great. Got in 15 miles on Thursday, about 4,000 feet of climbing. Wednesday was about 27 and a half with 7,500 feet of climbing. And then I came home on Thursday afternoon, rested for a little bit, and then went back out on the trails and got in another 3 hours of running, met some friends to do some miles, and then we had a Sasquatch group run. We did a night trail run, which was really fun. We had so many newbies come out. I think there were like 40 or 50 people who came, and probably a dozen people who they were either trying trail running for the first time, or they were trying night running for the first time. So that always just warms my heart to have new runners come out. That's what we're all about at Sasquatch Trail Running. And so that was just a really great way to wrap up this big training week. So that was kind of the rundown on the week. And now I'm like I said, 30 minutes away from heading to the airport, flying out of Newark, gonna get into Portland late tonight. And in the morning tomorrow, we'll be renting a van and driving to Randall, Washington to start 5 days of volunteering at Destination Trail, Bigfoot 200. I'm so excited for it. I'm going to be at race headquarters, which is at the finish line for Bigfoot. And so I'll be doing that Monday to Friday, helping unpack, repack aid stations, helping with runner check-in. And then that'll wrap up on Friday. On Saturday, I'm going to catch a ride from somebody, got to figure that part out, getting out to the aid station at around mile 60 or 70 to meet up with my buddy Matt Klein, because he is running Tahoe, Bigfoot 200. He is doing the Triple Crown, and so he asked me to be on his crew and to do some pacing, which is, I'm just totally honored to do it, and I'm so excited to get out there. A lot of mixed emotions. It's excitement, it's a little bit of nerves. It's very remote. It's very rugged. There's no cell service. We're bringing like a gas tank in the SUV in case we run out of gas. Enough food for a few days. And it's going to be great. The weather forecast is going to be very hot. They're sending out a lot of emails and social media posts, really cautioning runners and crew to stay on top of hydration. And some people are even saying, don't even run one step the first day for these runners, because it's supposed to be about 100 degrees on day 1 and day 2. So the heat will be a challenge, but like I've been saying to Matt these last couple of days, we've been talking about it. We've done this all summer. We went out and trained in really horrible conditions where we had heat indexes of 100 and 103 with the humidity here in New Jersey. So, I'm so confident in him. He's going to absolutely crush it. He has just been grinding this summer, and it's been awesome to share a lot of miles with him. So this is like the icing on the cake, right? Like you put in all the hard training, the hours and hours of training, and now he gets to get out there and get it done in the race format. So I am so excited. I've been telling my crew, like, this is just the perfect timing, perfect opportunity for me to get out there, not only to volunteer because, you know, personally and professionally, I'm very excited to have that opportunity just to get to see the whole race logistics of this really big operation. As a race director, that's really exciting to me. Obviously giving back to the trail running community through volunteering is exciting to me. And then crewing and pacing, like, I think it's just going to give me such a different and unique opportunity to have like a different perspective. I think when I'm running Tahoe with having this crewing and pacing experience, I think my whole mindset is going to shift a lot. And so I just think it's going to be great. I'm excited for it. I know, you know, it feels like we're getting on the train and it's pulling out the station for the next couple of months. Like, it's just going to be a crazy ride coming up here. So anyway, I appreciate you following along the journey. I've got a long little clip here that'll show you a little behind the scenes of my packing for Bigfoot. You know, that too has been a really great thing because it's kind of like a trial run, a test run for packing for Tahoe, because essentially it's the same packing list of the gear required and recommended gear. And so having that whole process has also been really valuable to pack and unpack and pack and unpack and pack and unpack and figure out, like, what are you going to take, how much can you fit, what's important, what can you leave behind, stuff like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this little clip. Okay, going to give you the rundown of how I am packing for crewing and pacing for Bigfoot 200. So I have my pack all ready to go for the first leg. All I need to do is add the soft flasks and the bladder to the pack. Everything else is there. All the nutrition is in there. Everything is loaded up, ready to go. I've got my poles out. Make sure I don't forget that. And headlamp, electronics are in a separate bag depending on what time I'm going to start pacing Maddie, which is still to be determined on what time of day it's going to be when I meet him around mile 70. So then I split everything up into these gallon-sized Ziplocs. I know it's not like super reusable, but I have been reusing these for most of the summer, so I don't throw them away afterwards. Anyway, so I've got nutrition for everything for the second pacing leg because first pacing leg is already in my pack. And then the third pacing leg, which is up in the air if I'm going to do that or not, we'll find out in the moment. That's ready to go in case I am pacing. Then I have a bag of stuff for using before and after pacing. So some protein shakes, liquid IV for hydration, and then vitamin C, which Dina has suggested doing while I'm out there. Keep the immune system good. And then I did the same thing for clothing, just to keep it really simple, because we're going to be really tired too. So I've got clothing for pacing leg 1, and that's got shorts, t-shirt, long sleeve, sports bra, underwear, buff, hat, socks, all in there. Same thing for leg 2, and then the possible leg 3 is also ready to go. I have another some warmer clothing like capris and tights, although it sounds like it's going to be as hot as the sun while we're out there. But it is the mountain, so you want to be prepared. All of my rain gear is already in my pack, so I have rain pants, rain jacket, also a light windbreaker type of jacket, beanies, gloves. Everything's already in that pack because that'll always be with me. And then I've got snacks and food for while I'm volunteering because I'm going to be there for about a week before I pick up tie up with Matt. I put my hydration stuff all in this bag for the flasks, bladder. There's some scratch in there for the first leg. I also put this scratch already in these pacing legs, and I have backup in my pack for the first leg. So then I've got a couple of bags for the van because it's so remote. I'm not really sure how much access we're gonna have to food. I know Maddie's picking up a bunch of stuff, but I'm bringing snacks to share with everyone, like beef jerky, protein bars, trail mix. And then kind of like a break in case of emergency, I picked up a couple of these Mountain House meals. I'm bringing the camp stove with me. It is like very, very remote. So this is just in case we need it, we've got it. We're not gonna be stranded somewhere. And then I was talking with Matt and I said, you know, what if we bring some of these instant cold packs for you? Because My thought, I mean, I'm thinking, it's hard not to think like a race director, but that's what I'm doing is like, I'm thinking, what if they run out of ice at the aid stations, or like we can't access ice and it's supposed to be forecasted like literally 100 degrees for the first 2 days. So I'm just thinking like, what can we do to keep Matt, his core temperature down? And this could be, again, like break in case of emergency, using these ice packs for Maddie. What else? Yeah, poles. I'm also bringing, this is like the waterproof seat cover for the SUV, because apparently there's a lot of water crossing, so to stay somewhat dry in the car. I am bringing my Garmin InReach down here because there isn't a lot of cell service, you know, just in case of emergencies. Matt will have one, they're required to have one, but I'm bringing mine. And then also to help keep his family updated, I'm gonna send some texts out to his wife and she'll pass it on to the rest of the crew. So the goal is to fit all this stuff into this duffel bag, and I have another small reusable bag that I'll use. And so I'm just gonna leave my whole suitcase at race finish line, where headquarters is for volunteering, and then to reduce some space in the SUV, I'm gonna pack into that bag. So, you know, there's not stuff everywhere. There probably will still be stuff everywhere because that's the way these things go, but at least I feel good about it right now. So that's the rundown. Now I just got to get it all in the suitcase. All right, that is it for the update. Kept it short and sweet. Like I said, I got to get to the airport in about 24 minutes here. So I'm going to hustle, but thank you for watching. I will post another update when I get back in the middle of August, and at that point, man, it's really going to be the final countdown. Right now, we're at 34 days away from Tahoe 200, and when we get back, it's going to be like 2.5 weeks. So really exciting, good stuff, and hope you enjoyed it. All right, we'll see you on the next update.